It's on the brief retro sunset. Life sunset.
Retro sunset. Hold on. Oh, okay.
And the mic is working, so we're good.
Yep.
Yep. I can see it working right now. It's picking up my voice.
We're fucking good, boyos.
Picking up his voice.
So this is the party time. You get it.
So what's going on, everyone? Just Thoughts, New Goblin Community. It's Radiation Baby 95 here. We got
Candy Cane, welcome. I'm Candy Cane. You're welcome for my service. I am a streamer, TikToker, as well as I have 3 different marketing platforms I try to go to: TikTok, Facebook, and Twitch. I do everything from video games to magic to just honestly dumbass shit. I'm a content creator, as well as all 3 of us have been or are a member of the service. I'm sorry. And I'm a bartender on my off time. So yeah, Animal, you good?
Yeah, so my Animal Guitar, I don't really stream live much. I have in the past. This was kind of Candy's idea.
You're welcome.
Got thrown into it. We all surfed together, so that's kind of how we all met, just through the same depression. And
The accuracy.
and yeah.
oh, that's funny.
Oh, I got out in 2020, a couple years ago. I am currently in school for heavy equipment tech. I would just go make fucking bangs out in the field. Running a pipeline, $200K a year. To figure it out.
Solid.
I make subs now, so that's a plus. Free sandwiches and that.
Yeah, sure,
I'm married.
sure.
Sorry, ladies.
Ironically, I'm the only one who's
No, you
not
can't
in
say that.
a serious relationship.
What are you talking about?
Was not in a serious relationship.
No relationship you've ever had was ever really serious.
On to my best friend.
So, Radiation Baby 95. I'm on Facebook, Twitch. I'm on YouTube. I'm a video game editor, video game player. I haven't gone live in a while, but I upload clips. I've just been a little too busy because I'm a family. I have kids and all that stuff. But it's a pretty good gig. Just living this life to the fullest, man. That's what the best advice I can give to anyone out there.
Shelly?
Also, TikTok. Let me know how
Thanks,
the
Shelly,
sound
for
is.
sharing the live.
You do a real MVP. So now the introductions are out of the way to our sponsors. We have 2 as of right now. One, we have, so I talked to the guys at Jersey Mike's, and they said shout out if they do get people and they reference us, the Loot Goblin specifically, they're going to give them a discount on subs.
Dope.
As well as they'll come here and tip me well.
Yeah. But
Secondly,
what is here?
Secondly, yeah, to say where we are, we're at CJ's Billiards and Karaoke. It is a karaoke and pool bar on Fort Campbell Boulevard in Tennessee. If anyone is in Kentucky, if anyone's from Kentucky. But we are pretty much right outside Fort Campbell Boulevard, and they graciously let us use the bar on their off day to let us record because our previous studio did not work out. Let's just say that.
Y'all never took the initiative to bring anything over. There was no communication. I could have cleared out that
I've
room
always
in,
had
like,
communication in
I
this
don't know,
whole
5
process.
minutes.
But then again, I was a full-time college student when I got in the military and all that stuff. So
I can't read that name on that TikTok.
Slim Jim, what's up,
bro? How are you doing?
Repeat what he said back to you.
Yeah, motherfucker.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, dude, I'm that TikToker, man.
That's funny.
That's like
funny.
half my content is me just reading shit off in the comments.
What's going on, everyone? So,
What's up, sister? How are you?
we have some topics to discuss.
Yeah,
Again,
what's up, boys?
this
Good
podcast
boys.
is called Just Thoughts. So we want everyone. It's not just our thoughts. We want everyone in the Luke Goblins
Mostly my
community.
thoughts.
Yeah, mostly his thoughts. We want everyone's thoughts on the subjects we bring up. Some of them will be controversial, some of them won't. Today, I think it's just mainly like we're just dipping our toes in the water, seeing what you guys think, how you guys like the vibe and everything. So
Half of you are gonna fucking hate me by the end of this. I just want to let you know.
I'd probably give it a couple episodes before you start getting.
Nah, man, I'm not moderating myself
You're-
to any extent on this.
Eventually, you're gonna get death threats in the mail and all this weird shit.
What are they gonna do? Put me out of my fucking misery? Let's
go. So, what do you guys think should be the
Your
first topic
mindset
we
on
talk
that
about?
is disturbing.
Yeah. To be honest with you, what's up, Jackie Poo? How's it going, baby boy? How's the everything? How's the volume? How's everything, bro? Jack.
What's up, handsome?
Buzzkey, bro.
I know you
So
love
that guy-
me. And also, you're shit at Apex. Leading into our first topic, video games. We're gonna go around the room and pretty much say what we mean.
Josh, scoot over, bro. You ain't in frame.
I'm not in the TikTok frame, but I'm in this
Thanks.
frame.
Yeah.
So I'm not in the TikTok frame, but I'm in the live on Facebook on Kenny Kane's page.
It's just because John has an Android.
Yeah.
You have an Android too.
I know, but I'm not getting an iPhone. That could be a controversy. All right, guys.
Yeah. Also, for your aspect, fucking Android,
iPhone.
bitch.
If you ain't got blue chat, Bubba, I don't want you.
I don't even know what that is.
It's
Exactly.
iPad.
It's an iPhone thing.
It's the iOS thing. Huh.
First topic, video games. I guess we should just basically say what we mean. Obviously, I'm an Apex player.
100%.
I also
agree with you on
fuck you. I also enjoy Dead by Daylight, Civilization, and then my new I want to get into it, but I have problems with commitment, so I haven't been doing it. Is Blood Hunt: The Masquerade. It's one of the better battle royales, I would say, off PC. It's still in its it's in its trial stage, right?
I think beta. I don't think they fully released it like that.
Because I know they did their alpha like a year ago. It's like an ongoing thing. What did you say?
Slim Jim says iPhone wins.
It's an over six.
So.
He said it's an.
It's an over 6 foot thing.
Adam Heap said. Oh, Heap. What's up, motherfucker? He
I
said
think-
it's an over 6 foot thing.
Alright, so to make it easier, I feel like we should talk about said topic, and then go into comments, and then talk about comment, and then switch topic.
Okay.
I feel
Sounds
like
like a good calendar. I mean, we still got to interact with chat.
yeah, I mean, fuck those people. What?
No.
This
He
is
does
why
not
y'all
mean
gonna
that.
hate him.
I'm kidding.
No,
I don't know. What is on my gaming page? I like to normally play like first person shooters and stuff, battle royales, but I play really everything. Like I've done family streams where we're playing Mario Party with my kids and my whole family and other people, or I've played all the way to horror games like Outlast or Alien Isolation, Dead by Daylight. So I just like my main purpose for streaming whenever I did get out of the military was honestly to get the voice out there because veterans are not accepted enough in this society. That's the reason why I started streaming. Now I don't know about them, the reason why they started streaming, but that's what I think.
When you start doing TikToks and
Well, I started doing TikToks because, I don't know, I was like 19 years old and lonely as shit, and my first video I ever threw up got like 3,000 likes. I was like, okay, cool. This is a feeling that I've never felt before.
Okay,
So
so
I started posting some more.
I don't seem too shallow when I say this. I just want to be famous, homie. And I want to make bread.
I mean, that's
True.
That's what everyone wants.
But that's part of why I'm pursuing a career, and this is just kind of a,
What's that gig?
honestly, this was really a throw it together. None of us had any idea what was going on until today.
Legit. Like, we
Like,
talked about this maybe a month ago, and then after that, it got brought up maybe twice, and then it was, oh, by the way, I talked to my boss. We're allowed to stream at CJ's. Again, best bar at Fort Campbell. And legitimately, it was like, so when we doing it, I was like, oh, the hit time's fucking noon. I woke up at 1.
Yeah. Yeah, we get to his place to grab all of our equipment, and Josh over here, he's like, "Hold on, bro, I gotta go shower." we get over to him at like, I don't know, it was like 12:40.
The time we were supposed to
12:40.
really be live. Yeah.
We were supposed to be live at noon, and then
Also, to make it super easy, Blake, John, Josh.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm probably not gonna continue to call them by their gamer tags.
No,
that's.
everyone that's on my page knows that.
No, I
Yeah,
get
I
it.
have
I mean,
both
you can
pages.
just say it.
And I'm not trying to conceal your guys' identity at all.
I don't conceal my identity, so
If anybody wants to come knock on my front door, come on, bro.
would not
Come on.
recommend doing that to
No.
anyone.
No,
But we
I
are
don't
very
either.
good people. We're not violent like that, unless we have to be. All right, but that should be everyone in
Legal
this world.
reasons, yes.
Yes.
To all of it. No, yeah, he was late, I was late, he was late, we were just late, got up. I mean, I got up at like 8 this morning, let my dog out, then crawled back in bed with my wife, fell asleep till 11:30, woke up, and then saw like 3 missed texts from him, and I'm like, oh, shit. So we get with him, and he's still in bed when I get to his place, and then they're both like, oh, I gotta shower.
I took a fuck.
We're
I took a
streaming, bro.
quick shower,
Nobody's gonna
bro.
smell you.
Well, it's my
This is
routine,
why
bro. I
I
take a
have-
shower every
it's
single
not
day.
that it's not that no one else is gonna smell me. It's that I'm going to smell me because
You
I
nasty
smell
shit.
like a fucking bar.
I just shower every single morning, once a day. Even if I go to the gym afterwards, I probably wouldn't shower again. It's bad for your skin, to be honest with you, but it's just part of my routine. I'm a very routine-based person.
But video game wise, you play Daisy.
I main Daisy. I love that game ever since it came out. I love the bugs. I love the problems with it. I love, dying because I was driving and the game lagged and I hit a barrier that wasn't there and I go ejected out of the car. Bye, Slim.
Bye, Slim Jim.
See, but
Thanks for coming, bro.
I love that game. It's not necessarily the game itself that I love. It's the community that's based behind it. Like you can join into a Discord, and it's all for the server, and you can interact with other players and create factions, create allies or enemies, and it's really good to have that kind of a commitment. So, I do play COD every now and then.
It's got too many bugs nowadays.
Yeah, not very often do I do.
Give me
It's
2
usually
seconds, I'm gonna
if
research
it's
this.
2 a.m. and I'm bored and I'm tired, I'll just hop on COD. I play Apex with these dudes. What else do I play? Fuck, I play like Starview Valley. I play that. That shit's fun. That's a really good time passer. But nah, I'm heavy Daisy. So if any of you guys are Daisy fans, let me know so I can come kill you.
So you can become part of the Loot Goblins community and we can loot your shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Thank you, Jack. Thank you so much for the like, buddy.
I didn't get that.
What's going on, everyone? So, video games. What is y'all's favorite video game? What would you guys like for us to put more clips of, more live footage of, whenever we all go to our individual pages? Just let us know in the comments below on either of the platforms that are live right now.
Honestly, platforms, bro. What do we, so I'm on TikTok, Twitch, as well as Facebook Live. Facebook Live, I mainly do video game stuff. It's mostly Blood Hunt or Civ, because my Apex is still fucky, I'm not gonna lie to you. Twitch, I can stream pretty much anything. Mostly it just refers back to my fucking Facebook page. TikTok, the people on my TikTok who are also live right now know it's pretty much just cosplay stuff, because I'm huge into that. Right now, I think my main attraction is Stein. He's a mixture between Dr. Stein from Soul Eater and The Purge, and I just threw that shit together. No, honestly, it was like a 20-minute thing. I got this really good deal off Amazon with a what would you call it? That white sweater.
It's like a cardigan almost,
Is
but
it?
it's think of like Assassin's Creed and like a cardigan together.
The only thing I don't like about it is the fact that I can't like button it up or wrap it around.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can wrap it around, but it's not gonna stay.
Yeah, because it's a cardigan.
I should have brought it. Fuck. Damn it! I got drunk last night.
Yeah. Oh, Jack. That's great. This man said, John, give up gaming. I
Bro,
destroyed
you're fucking
you
trash,
two
man.
games.
You still have yet to try to 1v1 me, man.
Set that up.
I could probably 1v1 you with Lifeline and still beat your ass.
So, how would you guys feel? So someone brought this to my attention last night when I was playing with him. How would everyone feel about if Apex did release like private servers?
You want to speak on it? Because I got a plethora of shit I'm going to fucking be mad about.
Go off. Go
Okay.
ahead, because
So-
I have not the knowledge.
So there's a
No.
couple things I'm extremely fucking aggravated with Respawn, EA, etc. So I think private servers should have been a thing on the release. I don't think that I get it being a free game. I get it has its limitations. With that being said, and kind of aggravated, Respawn sold out to EA on that. But again, that's capitalism, bro. Like that's how the Western world works. Fucking, I get it. Fucking Disney at this point owns everything, so I can't really say much. I think private servers, there's a list
Richard, thanks
of
for the follow, bro.
bugs that are gonna go. Evan, fuck you. Love you too. That's my boss. Shit, I just lost my train of thought.
Yeah, you did. He's like a squirrel.
With the attention span of a gnat. The amount of bugs that are gonna come with it up front, I think that's gonna be the main bitching point for people. But I think it would be a great idea, especially what they do with, what's that game mode where it's capture a flag? Oh my god. Hardpoint.
Yeah.
I think they should just honestly make that a private server. That whole game mode,
They can. You can.
they're basically ripping off Team Deathmatch and hardcore anyway. So like, and I wouldn't even say ripping off. I would say it's a staple for first-person shooters at this point.
Yeah.
Which is where I would say COD, like, they kind of pioneered that shit.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, if you look at the history of it, I mean, COD kind of paved the way for how first-person shooters are played.
Yeah, I would say the big three are COD, Halo, and Gears.
100%.
100%.
Well, Gears of War isn't necessarily a first-person shooter either. It's a third-person shooter.
Yeah, but they still have, like, Team Deathmatch.
Mm-hmm. No, definitely still the same kinds of modes and the same kind of mindset, but like,
To put it more toward your perspective, PC-wise, and, like, DayZ.
yeah.
PUBG, and is it Arma? Is what DayZ is based off of, right?
Yeah,
Arma
so Bohemia Games is who. So DayZ was originally an Arma 3 mod.
Yep.
It wasn't actually its own game, and then all of a sudden this mod gained a huge following. So Bohemia said, "Fuck it,
We'll make a zombie one, yeah.
we'll make the mod its own thing." So they made the mod its own game, and it's been out on PC for years. It's an old game on PC.
I did not know that
And,
was
and
on
on Xbox, it's a fairly old game,
Okay.
but the PC modded version, like the modded servers and shit, bro, they've got helicopters,
Oh, yeah.
they've got M110 sniper rifles,
Oh, yeah, well-
fucking PGKs, fucking.
I didn't know that it was based off of
rocket
Arma
launchers,
because if
all
you
sorts of
made
good
me,
shit.
if we made an admin, I literally ran BBS, which is Arma 3.
Yeah.
As God in the game.
Yeah.
people. So if like we ever made a date, if it's literally off of Arma 3, bro, like all the mechanics of being like the admin of making stuff, I can make those
Well,
maps.
the only-
and, like everything.
Yeah, the only thing that's
just help
changed
that.
is Bohemian's like their development speed.
Yeah, exactly.
Since Arma 3 came out, it's a whole different
Whole
development
different
team.
development, okay.
And so both of the games have two completely different feels to them. I've played Arma 3, and
Okay.
I've played DayZ.
Yeah.
In a way, they are the same, but I feel like Arma 3 is more closely related to squad
Yeah. Squad tactics.
than anything.
100%. That's why mostly, at least here, I'm not gonna, I don't even know if it's a classified system, so I'm not gonna talk about it. But, did you guys do that?
What?
Did you guys ever go over these guys?
What's that? Probably not.
Like,
Yes, please.
but alright, well,
No, well, let's just try. Let's
got
keep
you.
our
VBS is good. DayZ's fun. DayZ is fun.
It covers up with.
It's not great on console, I'll tell you that.
No, he had a shit time last night.
For like
I
4
finally
hours.
got him to get it. And thanks, baby. And his game was a solid 5 minutes behind when we actually were.
Everyone won, yeah.
So if we were driving down road, going through barricades, he stayed at my house last night. So I walk into the guest bedroom to see what he was like,
Looking at
what
it?
he was
Yeah.
complaining about. Bro was legit 5 minutes behind us. Like
They were out the
like we
vehicle,
were on the other
crashed.
side of town, and he'd be just entering on his game,
Yeah.
and I'm like, bro, just log out, give up.
Try again today.
You're gonna die. It's gonna happen.
Well, and-
because you're not gonna know what's going on.
The residuals were so bad that I would run, right? Because there's a limited sprint in there. So I would run and there'd be zombies, right? And then let's say they did one zombie that if I would run and a zombie came close and he made contact, I'd still be running, but since that zombie made initial contact, I'd smoke the zombie in distance, but if he swung again, they had a 300 meter hitbox because of how bad my game was lagging. It's not a good console, or at least that server that I was playing last night was not real good on consoles, bro. It was bad. It was bad.
It also could have been that we were sharing the same network too.
See, I don't know, dude. You guys
I've
have
got like 200 gigs.
we have 25 megabytes per
Yeah,
second
25.
at our apartment, and we both stream at the same time. It is not that bad, I promise. You guys have a lot. You guys have better Wi-Fi than what AT&T has to offer at my place. Because fiber's not here, so.
Tech issues?
But I do think it was
Oh, sorry, bud.
a lot of the game. I think it was the compatibility of my Xbox versus it being a PC.
What are you looking for?
I was gonna, because the ice maker and the bag was on. It's kind of
Lower the sensitivity.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's fine now.
Guys, if any of you guys are watching, please share, invite your friends to come join us. If you know anybody that's going to enjoy this kind of content, I mean, honestly, we're just chilling. We'll try to interact with chat the best we can. It's really hard to see a phone from 5 feet away. No, I'm kidding, it's really not 5 feet. But if you guys could
I mean, that's a great
invite
segue.
friends and stuff, just kind of introduce people to us, and, we'll see where it goes.
Absolutely.
It's a great segue and go into the comments. New eyes, who did?
Hi, Daddy.
Jeffy says, hi, daddies.
What's up? And then
Crazy followed the host.
Andrew said, "You have to have
Is that Spanish, bro?
Nelgas
Aguadas.
Aguadas to play Apex." I probably butchered that. I'm sorry. Huh.
I don't know what that
I don't know
means,
what that
but
means
I'll
either.
drink to
I
it.
am not bilingual, bro. I mean, ¿cómo estás?
I think the
But
only.
that's it.
Yeah. You know how to speak some
Japanese.
Japanese.
Some
I know how to
Spanish.
speak German relatively.
I still call tortillas.
Oh man.
No, I'm not bilingual, really. I mean, I took Spanish in high school, but I never paid attention.
It's fair. I respect it.
I mean,
It took 2 years Spanish. I have not I know one thing, and it's Puerto Albania, and I'm pretty sure I'm fucking that up
For,
royally.
for some reason, I
That's
still
where's the
remember
bathroom?
nosotros, but I don't know what the hell it means.
Nosotros? I don't know what that means either.
I don't know.
No sotros, I'm pretty sure it's they. It's like they or them.
Huh.
Somebody want to give me Spanish lessons?
Yeah.
It looked great on my resume.
Tell us what these all mean in the chat.
Who's our second topic? The world today.
Oh, good heavens.
I think
Betsy.
this is the
Modern world
This
problems.
is the controversial part.
I think that we should stick to struggles that we are currently
Let's talk about the military.
with. But that doesn't fall under struggles that we're currently with,
Yeah.
because I have no ties to the military, and thank God for it.
I would say you getting out was a struggle.
No, it wasn't. I got my orders. I told my unit to piss off.
Getting out for
They
me
tried
was
to get me to go.
Alright,
They
well-
tried to get me to go to a training event, and I told them, "Fuck off! I'm leaving in a month."
I
And,
gotta clear
You
it.
know, that
Yeah.
training event is a month.
Well, my military career was not terrible.
You could go on for hours about that.
But when I was getting medically discharged, coronavirus hit the world. So it was like my med board got put on hold for like a year and a half. And then it was still coronavirus being bad, so like my exit physical was on webcam. Like it was just not a good not a good process, to be honest with you. And then trying to get an appointment with the VA afterwards. Trying to get an appointment with the VA
Get you
Yeah.
took a
I'm
long
like
time
me
too.
over the table.
But
I'm a big guy.
I think the military, it's, everyone in the world is different, right? We all go through the different things, so like every male in my family has served, and every single one of them has had a different outlook on how they entered and exited the military. So again, mine's like, the ending was ass because they just threw me to a curb and kicked me out into reality, but while I was in, I made some of my, chosen family, my brothers.
You're welcome.
Got to do things that other people haven't. I mean, it was a good eye-opener in this world that we live in today, with all of the hardships that every single person, at least in the Western society, is going through. No matter what race, sex, or age, everything is affecting every single person that we live here.
So I don't mean to cut you off.
No.
But the segue that I'm the only one still in the military. I'm not talking about my job. That's one thing I'm making very clear. But and these two can attest, I fucking hate people in the military.
This dude is a savage.
When I say I hate people in the military, I hate specifically officers.
Butterbirds!
Yeah. Fucking
Can't
dude.
spell lost without LT.
Dudes have been.
Shit, man. Like, there's so many times throughout my day, I'm just like, hey, Sergeant, I need you to do this. Who the fuck are you? I've been in the Army longer than you have been in fucking college and the Army together, bro. Fucking shit.
Yeah, it's kind of fucked. It's fucked. Now,
For legal reasons, I will always respect a commissioned officer and what they tell me to do.
This
But-
man, Jack, I loved him. He said, fuck all of you need haircuts. And give it to John.
do me a favor,
So you
bro.
want us to cut our hair
Bro, I
off
will
and donate it to
shave my
him?
body hair.
Thanks, man. I
And
appreciate it.
I
Give
love
him a
you and
two-day
Jack's
whip.
fucking relationship, bro. You guys literally just talk shit
I swear to
so
fuck,
much
when
to
I
each
go
other.
to Europe, I'm gonna fucking, when I visit, the first thing I'm gonna do is punch him in the fucking throat.
If you don't catch that on video, I'm gonna spank you.
Like, you guys, man, I'd be like, damn. Like, I'd be like, chill out. You guys are, like, offending me. And then you're like, no, dude, this is just, we love each other. Like, oh, okay. Cool.
And
This is how our friend group bonds.
that is
bro.
something that I do miss about the military, is that camaraderie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, my
that
chosen
brotherhood.
family.
Well, even
and
then now, man, it's not the same, bro.
No, it's not.
Like,
I
when we were in
don't,
the...
I don't think it is. I mean, our whole group was in, like our clique, we were
Mhm.
all in, so we had that shared experience.
Exactly.
And then most of us were like, fuck this, and got out.
So to name a few, right? A few of the other loot goblins, the main people that may or may not be posting on the channel as well as our channels. It's Dirty Curtis. What is
Louis 2K13, go give him a follow. He's
I haven't played with Curtis with Dirty Curtis in ever.
really?
Yes. I never see him online.
I don't either.
I wonder if he removed me as a friend.
I don't know. That'd be crazy.
You fucking asshole.
Skull Crusher, and then that's it, right? There's
Oh,
a few-
Fuzzy, Jack.
Yeah, Fuzzy.
Obviously, but Jack doesn't go. He just plays with us. So.
Yeah, he just plays with us. He hasn't experienced the backyard fights, the barracks barbecues.
He said the only thing you'll see on video is you on the ground and his balls in your mouth.
Dude, 3 things are gonna fucking happen.
I'd
I'm
pay
gonna
to see
hit you,
that. I would
you're
pay
gonna hit
for
the
that.
ground, and hey, what's 16 kilometers? Like 16 miles an hour in kilometers.
Jack, what is 60
That's
miles?
what they go by, right? In the
They go,
UK?
yeah, or
They go
everywhere
for
else, yeah.
Kilometers, meters, yards.
Yeah, all fucking, I don't know, not made it to the moon first bullshit.
Y'all are dumb.
Fast
But no,
repeats
so
itself.
modern
Past will
struggles,
repeat itself.
at least for the Western society. I don't know about y'all, but I don't like paying $5 a gallon for milk. That's insane.
Why do I
Alright.
drink milk?
No,
You know, we are
I got
the
2 kids,
only
I gotta buy milk.
species on Earth that drinks another species' milk.
Yeah,
So why the fuck are we drinking milk?
I like milk.
You know
Calcium
there's
deficiencies in this
and
world, I guess.
feces and bleach in milk.
I
If you
didn't
guys
know that.
watch how it's made,
Like how milk is actually
how
processed. Yeah, it's
how
gross.
milk is actually processed, I promise you, you will never drink milk again.
Yeah, you can send me a fucking cow. For one, that's bad. I mean, it works for society, but it's bad morality-wise.
The only thing milk is good for is fucking cooking.
Yeah.
Is making biscuits and fucking gravy. That is the only thing milk is decent for.
Other animals' milk. Let's get that straight, because obviously babies need their mother's milk.
I like titty milk. I like titty milk. What do you mean?
Good things that will happen. Me hitting you hitting the ground,
And
and
an
an
ambulance
ambulance
at
in
60
60 miles per hour.
Is that what you were gonna say, pretty much?
That's what I said.
Oh.
I just don't know what I was gonna be an asshole and
And
say
do it in kilometers and know
but
it.
I don't know the fucking.
Granted, he's kind of right about the 60 miles per hour, because I swear to God, ambulances are slow as fuck when they're hauling ass.
Yeah. Well, I don't think they
That's all right.
do. They actually really have like a really high max speed.
No, it's
So,
it's
they probably have like a.
lag, bro. What? My boy, you're gonna have to go into a little more in depth than 2 fucking words.
Yeah, do me a favor and picture one country's fucking Wi-Fi.
He said, "JK, love you." No, dude, we love you too, brother. You already know how it goes.
I'm not kidding. Fuck.
And that is so. Okay, so I'm gonna back up a little bit, right? We were all sharing our military experience and shit, and I just kind of went off a little bit.
a little bit of a tangent.
Little bit. It wasn't a whole lot. My experience, man, I loved it, and I fucking hated it. Like, honestly, I feel like everybody sitting at this table can agree with the love-hate relationship with the military.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you love what you do, but you hate the people you do it with.
I would argue vice versa. I like my job to an extent, but when you're doing it, I guess, 'cause maybe I'm still in, when you do it for longer than you feel like you need to, because I'm one of those people, like,
You gotta move on.
I will hyperfixate on something, and then
You follow the dopamine.
6 months I'll get fucking bored of it.
But I also feel like, let me caveat off a little bit of that. I feel like it also is
Alright,
job
Major.
dependent as well, because there's some pretty ignorant people in waiverable MOSs.
Oh yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you this right now.
Hold.
He was not into waiverable MOS, so all the people he's talking about, they're all like pretty intelligent. So
I was.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I was waiverable, but I didn't need it.
no, that's what I'm saying. Like, and the people that I was with, my MOS wasn't waiverable, but the people that we were co-located with, both sections, the gun bunnies and the actual bunnies
I'm gonna cut you off.
were
real quick.
waivable.
I'm gonna cut you off to counter your point. There's a lot of people in my job who should not be doing my fucking job.
Yeah, but they still are idiots, literally.
Like, legitimately, I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah, no, I know. 100%.
Fucking
Trust.
shit.
But I can see, like, where if, like, my day in the
There's
field versus his day in the field, like, he's actually going to sit down and there's going to be, like, granted, you don't get common sense issued to you in the military, even though it's a written document. They would have more logical conversations than, like, when we're in an alpha with the infantry, seeing whose socks will light on fire faster.
I'll give you a scenario, right?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
this has happened to me, right? So JRTC is a common thing in the Army, right? It's where you go to certify your brigade. Brigade being about 8,000 people. To certify that you can deploy. That's what it is.
all right, Jack, love you, buddy.
Love you, bro. You're still shit at Apex. I think I made it abundantly clear that I'm probably the most aggressive or controversial person at this table. That's where you go to certify shit, right? So you're out there for 2 weeks. It's ass. They make it to where you can't fucking win. It doesn't matter what you do. They just make your life miserable.
Brittany said, bruh, and then she said,
Nah,
bruh,
better than you.
Better than you.
Get the fuck
What's the
outta here.
context of that, Brittany? I'm confused. Can
Yeah,
you
for
help
real.
us out with that?
Yeah, let me know when you hit over an 848. Shut up.
That's it. Okay.
Yeah. That's
I'll be right back.
Alright. And then, so,
Damn,
basically,
Josh. You need some more chicken legs, Bubba. Your ass looking a little flat.
makes sense that someone hasn't gone to the gym and done squats with me. It's okay, basically, it's miserable, right? And in my field, you should have common sense and you should be somewhat intelligent. Is that like a pretense I'm not?
No, there is this thing called common sense that's not so common anymore.
Like,
And
I've-
honestly, you can get it mixed up with ignorance, right? Like somebody could have common sense but be ignorant.
So, I'm gonna give you a scenario, right? And this is real life. This fucking happened to me. So my job, right? I work on a computer. Not gonna lie, I'm a desk jockey, and the way it works, right, is we have a generator that powers all our shit where I work. Without getting too much in depth with it, I say, hey, let's call him Mike. Mike.
Are these unlimited?
I mean, I'm paying for them.
He said,
I
so,
have to be the one to go get them. Let me finish my
I got you. No, I got you.
And my boss will keep on. So let's call him Mike, right? I go, hey Mike, what are you doing right now? And he's like, working on this computer doing X, Y, Z. Got it, cool. Go. When's the last time generator was checked? He's like, I don't know, like 4 hours ago. I was like, check it. Because you know, it's the one job I gave you to do on shift. That's the one thing I asked you to do.
That sounds like the most important thing.
Yeah. And he goes, okay, I'll go check it. And then Mike proceeds to go do 4 different things before he goes checks it. And I cut him off halfway through, and I was like, hey man, what are you doing? And he goes, oh, I'm just doing this on the computer. And I was like, okay. So, quick question. When that fucking power dies, how the fuck are you gonna do that? And he goes, that's a good point, Starn. And he goes, I'm gonna go check it. I was like, you should probably go do that before I get fucking livid. Takes 5 steps, and then goes, oh, I need to do something else. And then goes, does, and something else. Legitimately, this is I would say the second time I've ever, at this point in my career, I've ever gone off on a lower enlisted like that. I smoked the fucking dog shit out of this man.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna give it to him too. He was, you can't smoke a rock. Like, he was one of those guys.
I know
Like,
plenty of people that smoke
very
rocks.
who, I tell you what, you can't smoke a rock, but you can get him fucking dirty. I made that man low crawl so fucking much. And
You guys ever said that as any lower enlisted if they're in here when an NCO is smoking, you're like, can't smoke a rock, and then one smartass is like, there's definitely rocks you can smoke. Look at crack.
Fair. For legal reasons, that's a joke.
That's dude. I swear to God, I never seen freaking. Oh man, I'm not gonna release any of my old NCOs names. One of the NCOs be so livid at this child.
Make a random one. That's why I said Mike.
Mike.
But legit, like that, like you would think that's common sense. Like if your boss told you to go do something, you just straight and go
Drop
do
what the fuck you're doing, go get it done, because then you ain't gotta worry about it later.
it. Yeah.
Especially when it's like
Not do 4
A
different fucking
fucking
things.
generator
The most
that is
important
literally
thing.
powering your entire operation.
operation, so that's the
Like
priority.
not even on the aspect of, for instance, the laptop.
That is your high value target.
Right? Like, the Wi, you know what the Wi-Fi runs off of, bro? Fucking power, dog.
From
Like
the generator.
shit.
Like that is y'all's HVT, man. So that's crazy. Again, we all had 3 different MOSs.
3 different
Completely.
jobs.
3
Two of
different
us
jobs.
were kind of tied together.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Me and him.
Yeah, that's me in this fucking.
I was an artilleryman, kind of.
Do you
Man.
guys call yourself infantillery?
We're like infantillery, literally.
Infantillery.
Fisters,
I have
baby.
not heard of that word.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie.
I've
The
heard
first
of
time I ever heard it, it was Curtis that said it to me, and then like I swear, he
It's the
said it,
cutest thing,
and then
bro.
like 2 weeks after, I heard it like 6 times, and then I heard nothing, and then I met him, and then he said it, and I was like, this is a common fucking thing that I don't fucking.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
You
bro,
guys-
every
it's
single
like-
time.
it's
Like they
in
call
the
me a
field,
fucking nerd, you guys are fucking nerds for
when
this.
we
Like,
call, every time we're in the field, bro, because, the infantry goes out, we have to be with them, right? And then, when the infantry comes back, like, the queen of battle leaves the battlefield.
Fucking god. Hi, mom.
who is it?
Oh!
Hi, mom.
And then, when the queen of battle leaves the battlefield, the king of battle goes out. And that's what I gotta do,
but
too.
when the guys that he's with are in shit that they can't stomp down the drain, they call me, and they let me know.
Yeah. Or I just talk
I
to,
send fucking lead.
an AC-130. I've talked to plenty of them. That thing has a 105, bro. Strapped around it.
Yeah, that's if fucking.
No, yeah, but in all reality, like it's all notional,
My mom,
bro. But
That's my mom.
she waved. Hi.
I hit her.
Mom?
I got a group chat with
Mom?
fucking
I know,
mom.
like,
I said,
Mom?
Mom.
She said, "Hello, my
Not
child."
yours anymore.
I have 2.
All right, that's
No, not really. I'm not shocked. I mean, I texted it in the group chat. It was like, if you guys are bored, come join us. So if you join, then you join. Thank you.
so. We can go back since there's civilians.
Send
in
it
the
to your
chat.
friends.
We can go back to the modern everyday struggles that everyone's going through.
I'm gonna give you 3,
Yes.
and I'm gonna let
Okay.
you guys go with it. All right.
All right.
First one, right? Economy.
It's a good one.
Are you
Sec-
gonna give it to us as we're talking about it, or just
What do you guys
as a
wanna do?
list? Why don't we just go?
I
One,
feel like, you know,
Why- why-
don't
why-
take any offense. I
why
know you
we,
don't really care.
Why don't we list topic, talk about it, list topic, talk about it, list topic, talk about it?
Alright.
Because then instead of having 3 topics, and we're all gonna forget the next 2 after the first one.
First of all, mind your fucking business. You know my life.
Hold the fuck up.
Had way too many headbangers.
I have the best memory here out of this fucking table.
Mine's
And that's
terrible.
me drinking too. I
Yeah.
still have the best.
I have a neurologist, so.
I don't need medical help.
Yeah.
I could probably use
Alright, so,
I could probably use a therapist, bro.
Shit.
Everyone in this world can use a therapist at least once.
Any fucking man.
Like,
Economy, right?
okay.
So,
Okay.
one, I honestly, and this may be a little controversial, at least at this table, and probably the people watching, I think a lot of people give the prez too much shit about the economy. Because everyone says, right?
Elaborate a little bit.
So everyone
Please.
says gas, right? That's the example I use, gas. gas was better under the former president. Which, data-wise, yes, it was. But the president is not the sole person who makes gas prices. There are 4 different parties involved in that. You have the president, you have the entire, what's it called, cabinet. That includes the people doing transportation, the people doing deals, like government deals, and that includes, in all honesty, like the elected people that represent the public on what they want.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is, everyone gives him shit for it going, 6 months ago, $5 to the gallon, pretty much.
Yeah.
At least in Tennessee.
They got that high.
Pretty close. It was like 470.
Yeah, it was like 470.
Fuck.
Everyone gives him shit. I mean, for legal reasons, me still serving, I can't say anything bad about him. But his policies, however, #common plot twist, different story. Everyone gives him shit because it went up. He's not the only factor, but he gets all the blame.
Yeah, well, he's the head of the country.
Well, that's like, that's almost like saying.
it's ignorant.
Okay, so
right
let me
there, you know?
put this in a
It's bliss.
little bit of retrospect here. You're at work, right? Right, and you're working for your boss, and your boss does some dumb ass shit that reflects upon you. Who's catching all that shit? Your boss.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
What do they say in the military? Snowball effect, right?
Yeah,
It's
everything rolls
downhill.
it's a domino effect. Shit rolls downhill.
Yeah.
I explained that this morning, actually. We were talking about that, and I was like, yeah, like when a boss owns a company, right? They're the ones that, especially if it's like,
They
I took
take
the loan
all the
out to
risk.
get the brick and mortar, like I'm taking all the risk. Even if my employees are like, oh, blah, 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 if you don't have employees, you know, you're not going to fucking work or whatever. It's like, yeah, exactly. So when like, let's say I was a boss and I fired an employee, like, they're replaceable. Does that make sense? But this one person at this moment is kind of not replaceable because he's put all of everything at risk to make that business.
Now I do indeed have a counter argument to that,
Mhm.
right? And it's kind of truth, that kind of truth.
Exactly.
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So, say, let me just put it into my experience, right? You own a concrete company.
Okay.
Okay. So you own a concrete plant. You have to have workers to run that concrete plant. You make all the business decisions.
Exactly.
Who you're gonna partner with. Who are who's gonna be paying for all of it, right? Who you're getting your materials from, and then if say you have a contract with an employer, so a third party employer like Workforce, somebody who finds employees for you and sends them to you, right? If you don't have any employers, your $3 million concrete plant is worthless.
Because you have no one to put out.
Exactly.
Because of the scarcity.
So-
Supply and demand.
So employees are replaceable, but they are not.
They are
They're
not.
much
Exactly.
needed.
Very needed.
They're an asset.
So,
Is that right? I feel like
Yeah,
that.
they
I
are
feel
an
like that's
Good employees
good
are
employees are an
good
asset.
employees are an asset.
Bad employees are
Shitbags are
liabilities.
liability.
exactly.
Absolutely.
God, you
100%.
read my fucking mind.
So
100%.
Legitimately,
It's crazy how
right?
he
This
does
is
What am I
so
thinking of now?
tacos.
Fuck
Specifically chorizo.
No.
Damn it! Fucking A.
So, like,
B plus
with
at
what,
best.
after he rebuttals, I'm going to rebuttal something too. But I'm
So-
going to give you guys enlightenment of what an actual economy is.
So legitimately, like
Says the man who has a degree in it.
No, I don't. Don't have a degree in it.
he just took an econ.
He
and
took
finance.
I
one
took-
class. He
I
took
took-
one
no,
fucking
no.
class.
No.
He took an econ and
One
finance
fucking
class.
class.
That's not exactly how it goes, but all right. And I've also owned my own company for years,
That is true.
regardless of them. So,
which is an aspect I'm about to get into.
okay.
So the reasons I picked up a second job, right, as a bartender at CJ's Billiards and Karaoke. So if you see me and you say Moot Goblins, you'll eat a beer on me. Not gonna lie to you. Secondly, the reason I took a job here is because I specifically, when I get out of the Army, that is, I want to own a business. I want to own a bar. I love alcohol, and that could have been worded so much better. I get that.
Oh, yes! Yes, it
I
could have.
said it, and then I was like, shit. So I love that booze brings people together.
Oh
That's what I'm trying to say.
There we go.
It,
The camaraderie around
the
alcohol.
environment.
excluding the extreme factors of it,
Yeah, the radicals.
it brings people together. Even if they fucking disagree with each other, they can still have a good time. And I feel like it amplifies emotions, which it does.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like in some ways it could amplify the wrong emotions.
I mean, yeah, of course, everything has its downsides.
But it depends on
You just
the
gotta-
person you're dealing with,
your
their
environment.
mindset, yeah.
In all honesty, as a bartender, as of, I don't know, 2 weeks, I can see fucking, it amplifies your emotions, like in terms of what you feel, and the people you're with, and the people you work for. I think it makes everyone great. Oh, by the way, I just made a business deal online for if they come up to me specifically and say Blue Goblins, I have to buy them a beer.
As long as it comes out of his paycheck.
Or he uses his card. So,
Either one.
loosely, the best way I can describe how you would make a successful, everything in this world is an economy, right? If it comes back to circle in a full completion, it's economy. So, you would have to find the scarcity of
Welcome
said
back,
object. You would have to find the scarcity of said object, get the supply and the demand for said object, right? You gotta have this. So if you look at any graphs that deal with economies, where those points are plotted, that means the supply and the demand are equal. There's an equilibrium. So anything below or above means that they're ineffective. Does that make sense? So let's say gas prices, right? If it got too high and the demand got too high but the supply was too low, right, that would be an ineffective economy. Or if the supply is too high and the demand is too low, that would also be ineffective in economy. So therefore, those would not be graphed on an economy graph. So therefore, the only things that can produce an economy are effective supply, an equilibrium between supply and demand. So the way to make a business is you have to find the equal of that scarce object you're trying to put out in the world. So that's every business. There's always, or that's everything in the world actually that we all live with. There's always a scarcity of something. So
That's true. Also,
there is, yeah.
on the back of that too, a good time. At least for us. So our future business venture is we would like to own a bar together and expand that out. Where it goes from that, I don't know. Honestly, I couldn't tell you what happened in 10, 15 years.
Who knows?
I can't confirm nor deny my interest.
This big one car is gonna be overbound, so we're filling that room.
Oh, he's gonna be like fixing the generator in the back.
Josh trying to act smart. He is, bro. I shit you not. He's probably the smartest dude I fucking know.
Not?
Alright, now as far as books, this is the guy to go to.
My memory is terrible, okay?
Yeah, he's not
but
gonna-
I'm pretty smart. I try to
so
be.
I can remember what he had
I
last night
think
for dinner.
it's
No,
so.
I know it had jalapenos.
What are you sitting in? What are you sitting in?
Fucking hell.
What are you sitting in?
What are they gonna do? Take down my chair?
What are you sitting
A
in?
fucking chair.
It's not a rocking chair, fucker.
It is fucking
Four
now.
3
You
points of
fucking know it.
contact, damn it.
I'll show you 3 points of fucking contact up your ass.
I love you too, Jack. Don't worry, baby boy.
Anyway,
Okay, so
Really
your mother.
this.
go to comments real quick.
I have 2 guys making companies in our
Hello.
backyard in Washington. Tell me why we don't get our gasoline from our own companies while we get our...
Tell you that super easily. You might not want to hear the truth, but I can.
No, send it, bro.
So,
There's no reason
okay,
to hold back.
I'll give an example of just the United States itself, right? Why are some cities or some states have more population than others, right? Like if you go to, because each state gets paid by the government, right? For like highway fees, tourist stuff, everything, okay? So if there's such a high supply that we need, think about this. When we want relationships and do effective trade routes, there's countries out there that are way worse off than most countries in the world. So in order for them to get their foot in the door, they have to make trade deals and negotiations because they have something that we don't have, resource-wise, and we have something that they don't have, right? Even though we can make damn near everything in the soil in the United States, we're always the people that give the helping hand out. So countries that did struggle in the beginning now have power, if that makes sense. So like the southern states, right? They don't get a lot. Some states are very, very like small. Well, they're not like the actual state size is not small, but like population-wise, there's not a lot of like big cities there because there's not a lot of tourist locations and spots, right? Versus like New York. Like there's a couple of places in the South that everyone has heard of, but that's it. You know, like there's not a lot of money, not a lot of population going there because there's nothing there. There's not enough money. There's not enough an economy there.
Josh, you're driving me.
Okay.
Segue, right?
But the all truth of what you actually asked is sanctions. But the bigger retrospect would be like government policies and trades and all that stuff. So
No, that makes sense. To move on, in my opinion, more interesting topic. Because I brought up economy just because I honestly thought we were going to argue.
No, I don't argue.
I would feel
I debate.
So
I debate.
I would feel
I'm not gonna sit here and argue with you guys when I love you both equally.
That's fair. Yeah.
Right?
But I also hate you equally.
We're-
But I'm not gonna sit here and argue with you.
because your opinion matters. Does that make sense? We would cheers.
Yeah,
I
on
just
the
had to
note.
finish the sentence for you.
Yeah. You know, I love you, so I'm not going to sit here and argue with you and tell you that you're wrong, because everybody is entitled to their own opinion. But that doesn't mean you're entitled to give me your fucking
Exactly.
opinion.
That is
Exactly.
the point I was going to make. I
Well,
feel like
freedom of
a
speech,
lot-
but I'm just kidding.
I
I'm
feel like
kidding.
I'll correction. I don't want to say I feel because I feel is the wrong word.
Now,
see
Mom,
a lot
I don't
of
know
people-
why the fuck you haven't come down here yet.
What?
What, Jackie Poop?
Read chat, bro.
Oh, absolutely. My whole side of my dad's family is from Washington State, so I'm tracking.
So
Your son knows.
legitimately,
Clearly.
I feel like. Excuse me. I think this is gonna go into a segue of our next topic of conversation because
You just fucking get it out already.
don't tell me to live my life, man.
Today, Junior.
Fuck you.
Not a lot of tourist locations in Washington, huh?
Mhm.
That's what I'm. That's the point I'm trying to make. I'm
That's my
sorry.
train of thought.
I'm so sorry.
No, that's false, bro.
Well, Seattle, Orcas
Exactly.
Islands. That's
Seattle,
like one.
Orcas Islands.
How many places are there in Texas or Cali that you can all just go?
What's up,
There's
sister,
thousands
sister?
of things, right? Each like in Georgia, Atlanta. That's the big one, but that's a major city.
Hey, everyone in chat, go follow Kayleen. She's my older sister, great TikTok creator. Content creator. Yeah, words. Holy shit. I was like that.
Yeah, and then here you are drinking again.
That's
Those
why
are
I'm driving
smart
home.
Decisions.
Allegedly.
So you said it was gonna. You said what you were gonna say would might
He forgot
cause an
already.
argument
no.
or
So think and feel, right?
Okay.
So I think everyone feels that their opinion has higher value than it actually does. Especially in Western society. Like, the United States is one of the most liberal places to live on the planet Earth, right? So you also gotta realize two things, right? One is, yes, your opinion matters, that on scale what you were saying,
Mhm.
it doesn't mean you have to fucking say it to everyone who doesn't want to hear it. Like, if I say, for example, for a reason, right? Killing, abortion is child murder. That's an extreme, I get that. But people are pro-choice, right? That's how they think.
Okay.
They're open to opinion. That's
Okay.
cool.
So,
Let me finish. That doesn't mean
Shut
they need
Drew.
They don't need it shoved down their throat.
Yeah.
That was an example. That was an example, by the way.
Okay, I can kind of.
Especially in the U.S., tell me it's not wrong. People shove that shit down throats, and when people start yelling, people stop listening.
Yep.
Well, because there's too much noise to listen to. At that point, it's just white noise.
It's white noise.
They're using it to go to sleep. Exactly.
So I think it also, especially with that topic,
That was an example.
I think it's a case by case
I
topic.
don't want to continue on that topic.
Neither do I.
No.
Neither do I. That's
don't.
we're not women,
Just
so.
drop it there. I have,
That
I have my views
That was
on
just
it.
an example.
But I'm not,
That was
I'm
just
not,
an example. Go.
It's not saying he supports what he just said. It was an example. All right,
Yeah.
there we go. Next topic. These beautiful, drinking flags are amazing. Some artwork behind us from different type of artistries.
Yeah, you can see it right through the smoke.
I know, right? As soon as I did that, it was just like.
I can find that better. So, legitimately, right? So these two flags, Budweiser and Miller Lite, only see them at CJ's.
Yes, you were right.
And I've been to plenty of bars here. These two gentlemen can attest. They've also been there with me.
I don't drink anymore.
I don't remember the times we had, so.
fucking low.
There's times he remembers, but there's a lot of it like he was drunk. Like
There's a lot of times that I've seen the. Let's get into the alternative personality.
Oh, fucking Aiden.
No.
So
What-
hindsight,
what-
hindsight
what
context,
kind of man
hindsight,
is
hi-
Aiden?
hindsight context, right? I just tried to combine the two words. So when I get drunk, right, and black out, don't remember shit, I call myself Aiden, even though my name is John.
Becomes a total.
Years. This
And
has
I'm-
been for
and I'm
years,
a
guys.
Total fucking prick. Like,
Okay, so
I-
there's two Aidens. It's either he's an asshole. So, actually, there's only one Aiden. It's just an emotion.
yeah.
Whatever emotion that Aiden chooses is
Amplified.
Radical
Amplified
all
times
night.
100.
radical
And-
all night, bro.
Yeah.
So I'm either a extreme prick, and I want to fight everyone.
Extremely sad, or
Or-
extremely happy.
Yeah.
Or like it's just one emotion, bro. So it's like I don't know. It's hard to explain. Like I was gonna say, he's either sad or happy or mad,
To
but
put-
there's
to
more
put-
than one emotion I've
To put it
witnessed.
into preference, right? I have cried, and I have tried to fight both of these two gentlemen beside me.
At the same fucking time.
And I am happy that these two gentlemen right next to me are some of the best friends I've ever had in my life.
I think so far. The first time I saw Aiden.
Hey, if you're in
Was
the
when-
if you're in the chat, all 5 viewers, please say what's up.
The first time I saw Aiden was we threw some kind of a house party, and
Is that mine?
yeah, it was at your crib, and you tried to fight your neighbors because they was talking shit.
Was that the first time?
No, that's the night I did fight my neighbors and I got arrested.
No. You
Oh,
fought your
you
neighbors
did.
more than once, honey.
You
And not just that neighbor. Was it the party at Tyler's house where the neighbors came and I was at home?
No.
So it was a different time.
It was
Yeah,
a
this is many
different
times. All right.
quite a few.
Fucking
There's
more.
been quite a few.
He's like, oh no.
So
I
he
thought-
tried,
my
he tried,
pocket,
he
my
tried to
trash,
find his
just threw it
neighbors,
out the wind.
and
I peed myself.
And I kept yelling, John, and he wouldn't fucking respond to me. So I caught up to the motherfucker. Because first off, I ain't running after you. Alright?
My knees ain't too good.
It's not even that. It's just I don't have the will. If I gotta run after you, Bubba, you're gone.
It's like
See
we're
ya.
fighting.
See ya.
All right.
I'll see you when you come back. But I finally caught up to him. And I'm like, John, I grab his shoulder. He spins around. Look on his face. He's just pissed off.
Look at the camera.
He's just fucking pissed off. And I'm like, bro, if you don't calm down right now, I'm gonna lay you out. Like, and that's the kind of friends that we are. Like, if he's acting stupid at a fucking bar, and
No,
I gotta send him night, I will send him night and lock his ass in the fucking truck.
Especially at that point, we all
I-
three had careers, and it was like,
It's
yes.
either you get knocked out or kicked out.
You're going to Leavenworth, you know what I'm
Right,
saying? Or fucking the
right.
MP station.
So he's just got this face on him, and I don't know what it like. I cannot, for the life of me, try to recreate. But it was just like Conjuring. Like it gave me the vibe of The Conjuring, like just pure evil. Like as he's walking to these people's
He
house.
looked at me and was like, "That's not good, bro. What?"
Yeah, and so I'm like, John, and he's just staring at me, like he's gonna fight me. And I don't remember the next 20 minutes after that, but I remember sitting here having a conversation with Adam that I found out later that night was who I was speaking with. Aiden. Adam. Fuck that motherfucker. I don't
Yeah,
give a shit about
he's
him,
irrelevant now.
So whatever.
I don't drink enough for that shit to happen. Or have grown intolerance. One of the
Fucking
two.
glad. Anyways, so I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden John came back, and you guys are way late on that.
I already remember that a while ago.
And at least you are. And so John is like, "What's going on, bro?" And I'm like, "Do you not remember anything that I just said for the last 20 minutes?"
What is it? Not multiple personalities. So
It is.
Is it?
It's
Fucking stupid shit.
split
That's what
personality.
it is. Split. That's what I
split
was looking for.
personality.
Because multiple would be like you would have Aiden, Gregory, maybe like Susan, you know what I'm saying? Like
The beast.
the beast.
Mouse.
I'm a carrot today. Like no, but split is just
Multiple.
Some,
It's multiple.
Sometimes
yeah.
when
But
I'm bored,
he's-
I like to dig a hole and sit in it and pretend to
I've seen that video.
Damn it.
I've never, and I was like, I mean, I'm with you usually every day. I don't think I've ever seen that, but
The better one is sometimes when I'm bored, I like to cover myself in Vaseline and pretend I'm a slug.
just sounds gross, bro.
Obviously, I'm trying to deflect, so
Yeah. Enough of his dirty laundry. My dirty laundry's pretty good. I mean, I quit drinking a while
Thank you
ago.
for the
I
likes.
would be doing dumb shit.
I've totally been ignoring my TikTok.
The last comment was Jack.
Not much.
What did he say? Josh trying to export.
Brittany and
Debbie
Jack,
just joined. What's up, Debbie? How you doing?
and another one from Jack. Okay, so
Basically,
you
I'm
had
an
three-
asshole
yeah,
when I black out.
Jack said, "I'll be on the first flight to get free beer."
a little, but
Yeah, it was a while ago. That was a
you
little
said
late.
you had a couple topics, and we listed one, talked about it.
That was the economy,
Transitioned
right?
a little bit, talked about ourselves some more.
My second one is magic. I don't know how much you have to.
I don't know shit about Magic.
So to put it into preference, right? He is a buff green player, and I am an infect black player.
I don't have cards.
Yes. So I'm what you call a piece of shit in Magic. A win's a win, bro. No matter how you get it. I don't care about having fun. I care about making everyone else miserable.
Yeah. Every game.
I would say that's.
I don't die
but
from my
that
life.
is-
I die
that
from
is-
poison.
That is realistic in all aspects of who you are. Your
So-
goal in life is to make other people miserable. And
okay.
you're fantastic at it.
Okay, so to put it in perspective, right? I'll take Commander. So Commander, right, is a Magic format, right? The Magic, you know what I'm talking about.
Continue.
Is you have 40 life, right? You reach 0, you lose. Infect, right? So you deal damage, right, in the form of -1/-1. So every creature has a 1/1. So the first one being power, the second one being toughness. Power is how much damage they deal. Second one is how much damage they can take.
Correct.
So you deal damage, right, in the form of -1/-1. Meaning every time you attack, you lower both of those stats.
Or if you don't have any blockers, it just goes. It doesn't go to your health. It goes to poison counters.
So instead of taking damage to your health, you take poison counters. So you have 40 health, right? If you go up to 10 poison counters, you lose the game.
If you die from being poisoned.
I've been noticing that
Yeah, that
the
chat's
mic's
not.
been a little low.
Oh, has it?
Yeah.
That's weird.
You're called OP.
Opie?
Yeah.
Thank you, I guess.
Who that is?
Appreciate it.
I like
Chat.
I've watched Sons of Anarchy. I like Opie. I don't have a beard, but, you know.
He can grow one pretty quick, though. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Not really. It looks
It's
like it
fuck
looks
you.
like Master
Stop,
Chief.
stop, fuck you. It comes in ginger and black, though, so it is kind of...
I can't grow a beard.
It's like hardly even there. Maybe
It's not
maybe
that.
maybe he'll get maybe a patch here and like a little soul patch there, but for the most part, it looks like he picks at it and he can't grow in fall. And
That's me. I don't know what he's talking about because this man has
Just
5
give
o'clock
him
shadow
shit.
right now. That's like 100% of his face. So fucking, like he'll go a week. I mean, I think John could probably grow that, but it would be like blonde, ginger, and then start darkening. So it's like weird.
Maybe I would have to...
Right here is where he's patchy, but so,
So, so the
Right
only
there.
two places I can't grow
You can see it right now.
are right here
for
And I
for,
think a little
for
bit
most
right
people,
and
It's
a
right
little
here.
bit on the right side of my face.
for a lot of people when they get the soul patch like I do, and then they miss right here. For a lot of people,
I
and
can't
I've seen people in public, and they got beards.
They
and
got
they're
fucking
missing-
hair
they're
all the
missing
way
right
to
here.
their lip.
They're missing these 2 points.
I already put it out, bro. So as soon as I get out of the army, shaving my head, growing a beard.
He's just gonna accept
It
that.
makes sense because he can hardly grow hair, but he can definitely grow some.
I can grow hair.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Unfortunately, and this may be a little fucking too much information, everywhere except the top of my head.
I don't think that's more of a TMI.
No.
I think that's more of a giving the audience more of a an understanding. And Drew, this is the very first one, bro.
We talked him into it. Correction.
Yeah.
Correction.
Well, not
We-
they
we,
didn't.
uh,
I can
we kidnapped
actually
him pretty
tell you
much.
guys 100%.
They hit me with, "Want to start a podcast?" I was like,
Wouldn't even like
I'm
that,
going to
bro.
school, bro. I ain't doing anything else.
Wasn't even like that. I was sitting there at home one day going, dang, you know, I have a lot of thoughts I can put out in this world. Maybe I should start a podcast. Brought up the idea to him, and then it was like, when Blake came over one day, John was like, this is the hard date. I was like, bro, what? Like, okay. Fucking,
Yeah, man.
I know I'm always
You
down to
see
do
this
whatever.
fucking
So.
backdrop, bro? What do you mean? You tell me you wouldn't plan a hard date to get this backdrop at CJ's Billiards and Karaoke?
Oak Grove, Kentucky. No, I'm just fucking- 9 no, whatever the phone number is.
I don't know the phone number, but I know the zip code.
Gotta take a lizard word that.
What?
Go through those arches. You'll see it at the end of the hall. Or there's one right there.
Just use that one.
Grazie. Be back.
And thank you for being an editor, because you're gonna need to edit that.
Yeah, I will.
So
I don't know.
to
Are you
put it-
recording this live?
the live on my TikTok, I can that's downloading to my desktop.
Okay. Yeah,
The,
so when we
uh,
put it on our YouTube channel, I can do like when we get our intro.
Yeah.
Intro in? Yeah, whole night, bro.
So the TikTok, sorry boss, but you got what you got. I'm pretty sure I'll throw clips up probably in the next like week or two. Here though, however, hashtag common plot twist. This will get edited and thrown on the YouTube channel.
And, probably on every single one of our individual channels and the Loot Goblins community channel.
So I set it up right to where the Loot Goblin page, the YouTube channel, has a playlist that connects to yours and my page. I don't know if he has a
I don't think he does yet.
off the top of my
I
head.
don't even think it doesn't matter if he does or not. He has enough followers or whatever.
He has one of me, so
I
I didn't realize how many fucking animal has, man.
Yeah, I didn't either until you told me on the car ride over. I was like, oh shit. But
Next controversial topic.
oh god. Do y'all think full new? No, I'm just kidding.
Do you prefer lemons or lime in tequila?
Lime.
No.
And tequila?
Lime.
I prefer
100%.
tequila straight,
Okay.
I ain't no bitch.
Okay. Margaritas, right? Salt or sugar?
depending on what type of flavor margarita. Like a normal margarita, salt.
151.
Well, that's not what I'm. A normal flavored house margarita or like a strawberry, peach, mango, like a fruity mango margarita, like those get salt. Or those get. That's still a margarita.
Yeah.
But like a normal green margarita, like a lemon lime, whatever.
Yeah, but like for instance,
That's salt.
Montezuma and 151 have two totally different flavors.
Yeah, but when you add strawberry to it and make it a strawberry margarita, you're not going to want to be like, ooh, salt, and then eating strawberry. Versus a normal margarita, even depending on the tequila you put in it, that doesn't matter.
Ever use fucking salt is if you're doing a margarita, like
A normal margarita.
like not even that, like a tequila shot.
That too. Like I wouldn't want to have sugar on my rim. I'd be like, what the fuck, and then drink something sour. Does that make sense? Because a normal margarita is like they're not sweet.
Modelo, cinnamon, and red pepper flakes on the rim.
Oh yeah. Drinking those before, yeah.
It's basically Modelo's and like
Love like Mexican style. I don't drink alcohol anymore, so I'm just here. I drink water. I haven't drank.
I'm trying to think
Oh,
how that
no.
would taste because I haven't like.
Spicy, sweet, and stirred.
Oh yeah, have you never had like Mexican style alcohol before? Bro.
So my first beer was a Corona wine. I mean, it's Corona.
Yeah, but that's not
Corona's
like.
pretty standard. But Modelo, with cinnamon and red pepper flakes go on the rim.
See, I'm not a big cinnamon fan.
No,
I actually found another shot.
Which type of Modelo?
just Modelo.
So like the Especial or the Negro? Because the Especial is
Fucking
normal colored beer.
Negro. Man.
Okay, so the darker. Yeah, they're both good. I love Especials.
I mean, I was just spitting it out there.
No, yeah. I think honestly, to be
Okay,
honest with you, I think the Negro would probably be better with that. Have you guys ever had margaritas that literally have like a Especial or or a Tecate or something, right? And then on the rim it's like chamoy and all that stuff, bro. Tajin. You guys never had any of those, bro? So good.
No, I don't do fancy beers. Or not fancy
Fancy
beers, but
drinks.
fancy drinks. I don't do.
They're
I
spicy.
don't really do that kind of stuff.
We're hitting in at an hour and 20 minutes, guys. That's pretty good. We've had
really? It's been an hour and 20 minutes. Huh?
we've had a couple of good viewers. I'm very happy you guys have all tuned into the Loot Goblins community. Again, we are just there's a couple in a lot of things that we like want the world to know, like accept people for who they are, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like the reason why I started is because people don't accept people for who they are. It's like that's like a lost practice. I went to Walmart the other day, bro, and people don't even say excuse me when they cut you off. Like that's
Really?
my fucking grandfather's rolling in his grave on that one, I think.
Really?
I swear to God, bro. Every single time I've gone to Walmart now, like, and I'm like, I give ultimate respects, bro. Like the reason why we wear clothes in public. Like, there's a whole bunch of ultimate respects that are getting lost in this world, and I'm not afraid to say anything to anyone. So, and there's a lot of people in this world, especially veterans, that do not talk. So,
Yeah.
that's
I
one
get a-
reason
I
why I
get a lot
started
of-
doing what I'm doing. So,
I get a lot of empty words when people tell me or say things like thank you for your service and stuff. It's empty words.
I feel like the only correct response is thank you or thank you for your support.
Yeah,
That's what they
that's what I say. I say thank you for your
One of the
support.
things that
That's
I
what they
struggle
told me
with
in
is
Kelsey.
what do you say? Like, what is your response to that? You're welcome.
Yeah, right. Like, yeah, you're welcome.
I mean,
Shit,
but
it's
granted,
my
that's
response.
like the immediate response to somebody saying thank you. You're welcome. But what is a much more heartfelt response to thank you for your service?
Look, your mom is on the same. Yeah, bro. That's true. I'm telling you, it's like, it's sad. But the reason I think it is because of, like, everyone's so stuck on their screens that they forget to interact with another human being instead of just saying whatever the fuck they want in a comment, right? What?
That was 3.
Oh, I'm sorry. My apologies.
That's a segue, bro.
Yeah, I know.
So, controversial topic number 3 is people having immediate access to the information.
dangerous.
and
It's abused.
technology. I don't think it's. I wouldn't say dangerous. I would say ignorant people would make bad calls, which makes it dangerous. But also at the same time, you have smart people making whatever calls that make it better. So I think it flutters or evens out.
So
You know what I'm saying?
unless you're born with like some sort of deficiency, right? I think every single person in this world is equal, right? So if I can teach myself how to do, and again, unless you are born with something, right, or you pick up something later on in life or whatever, right? Like life happens. Obviously access to things, but this is a modern day world that goes off of what he's saying. But like, if I'm able to do something, most people should be able to do it too. Because I'm not like famous. I'm not like a giant dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just have the willpower in myself and the people around me to do it. And people just lost that habit, bro.
Never done on that tangent, let me know. Because I have a fourth controversial topic
Yes,
to talk
good.
about. Just because I'm a $150, right, doesn't mean I can't fight. This may be the Napoleon complex coming out right now. But, to be fair, please don't try to fight me. I'll cry.
No, you don't.
So, for instance, right, I'm gonna go on a story time real quick. Let's go with you. I'm waiting for affirmation.
Yes, my brother. You need affirmation from them.
If you guys want to hear my story about someone who took a runner out the bar after,
Don't jinx yourself, bro.
I mean,
You're gonna share it anyway.
Yeah, that's true. Legitimately, right? So this dude, he was good, and then he was not. Like, there was no time lapse of him going, like, drunk. Like, there was no time lapse. Like, he was good, and then he was not.
They're just like face in the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So legitimately, this dude at the bar, I've been serving people all night, and legitimately, this dude, he was only drinking mix. He had about 4 or 5 mix,
Probably didn't eat.
and about 3 shots. It was good, and he's not, and he's falling asleep at the bar. Legitimately, I go up to his friend, I was like, hey man, can't sleep at the bar.
No.
Like, you need to go. And he's like, yeah, I'll get him. I was like, you need to do it like, meow.
I'm not.
And he goes, looks me up and down, and he's like, and then starts singing. I was like, bro, what the? I only fucking work here, dude. Like, that's cool, but alright. I cut his fucking song off. And he's like, bro, what's the fuck? And I was like, hey man, get your fucking friend and get out. Like, you're done. You're cut off. Both of your fucking cars are right next to your buddy right now. I just tapped you out, you're done. And he's like, alright. It takes him about 20 minutes to get his friend. Mind you, he goes from the bar to the couch we have, tries to fall asleep on the couch, and his friend picks him up pretty much. He gets to like 5 feet from the door, and his friend's like, nah, I'm good. And fucking runs out of the bar. I was like, fuck, man. Got me fucked up. Walks outside, and he's standing there. His friend walks out, and they're standing there talking. I was like, alright. I talked to my boss, and pretty much it's make sure they get home safe. Cool, got it, go. Legit, walk outside. I was like, yeah, man, I'm just waiting here. So, you know, your Uber, ride, taxi, whatever picks you up. And this dude goes, you can't detain us. And I was like, no, I'm just making sure you get home safe.
Getting
boss."
off the property as well.
I was like, it's a liability issue. Like,
It is.
and
For the company, yeah, 100%.
he's like, we can't keep us here. And he takes a step forward, and I was like, that's a bad call, man. That's a horrible call, because I'm sober, you're not.
Yeah.
Relatively.
Long wind would blow you over.
And he's like, you can't keep us here. And I was like, no, you're right. I absolutely cannot. Legally, no. But there's a cop about 40 feet over there at that gas station right next to us that can definitely detain you.
Yeah.
And he's like, he's probably over there. Probably. I mean,
Probably not.
probably.
It's your call, bud. But
Yeah, legit. And he's like, probably. He repeats it about like 3 or 4 times. I was like, hey man, I'm not doing an argument with you. I'm not doing this. By all means, if you want to leave, leave. I tried to stop you. But I would recommend you get home safe. And his friend hears that, the drunk one that was falling asleep at the bar, and just fucking books it, bro. Books it. I was like, you gonna go get your friend? He's like, no, I'm good. I'll find him later. I was like, you gonna find him later after staring me down? Like,
People don't understand this, man.
yeah.
Yes, you
Legit.
are in charge of your person, but when you go out to a bar, right, and you get blackout drunk and make dumb decisions, you're not the only person that that's affecting. Because the bar, right, it goes into the, you owning the business, being a boss, you taking all the risk, right? That boss should have known and trained their employees to be able to see when to cut someone off, right? And obviously, that right there was an aspect that happened, but that person was selfish, and if he did get in trouble, CJ's could have gotten in trouble too, if that makes sense to people. Because they let him.
In a way,
You know
no.
what I'm saying? Like,
No.
no, but if
Because
the,
at the
like,
end of the day, at the end of the day,
that's any bar.
CJ's
That's
job
any
is
bar,
to make
yeah.
money off of
So-
serving people.
oh,
So-
exactly, but
so-
they
And
also
it is upon that
the-
individual's responsibility
Bars
to
also
make
can't
sure
let
that
people
they
get
are-
blackout drunk though. That's
No.
it's policy. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
So
Like,
there's,
He wasn't blackout
there's a
drunk, bro. He
term,
was just
right?
sleeping.
he was
That's
sleeping
blackout-
there and then
that's
went over
blackout
there.
drunk. That's
He
like-
couldn't, like, he was
so
like literally
the-
saying
the
there was no
term-
wobbling
the term
sea.
that
It was
is
like
used,
blackout.
Right. The term that's used is called overserved. And he wasn't overserved because he was good while he was being served.
Right.
After that, though, I actually found this out while going through the bartending process in my classes, right? That your body can't digest alcohol. It absorbs it.
Liver square, yeah.
What I get that though.
Mhm.
But your liver can only absorb and regulate 1 ounce of alcohol per hour. It's more or less for like 53 minutes is what alcohol.
Yeah. Okay.
That being said, when people are drinking, when people are taking shots, the only thing that can get you sober is time.
Yeah.
And in my personal opinion,
Water.
no,
Not
it's
even
just
water.
time.
Just time. Oh my god.
In my personal opinion, I think greasy food, water, and ice more or less does a lot. Obviously, it goes in the water, but like,
Pulls their body temperature down. Right?
but it cools your body temperature down. It actually, the process of your body heating that ice up and then going to a rapid drop actually makes you absorb and digest shit faster.
That makes sense. Yeah, it's making it go to
Putting
room
your body-
temp.
You're putting your body in the shock.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's just overheating and then you're
So
making it go to
legitimately, your body goes into basically overdrive
Mhm.
and trying to process shit and go through it. The only thing is like everybody's different, right? So for instance, like me, I'll give you an example. Me, my metabolism, my body is basically always in overdrive compared to like, I don't know, like, I'm gonna use your example there, but never mind. My buddy Jeff, right? He's about 250, all muscle. He works out twice a day, eats about 6 times a day, and it's so he can keep his metabolism up. If he were to eat 3 times a day, just in big portions, he would get fat. Or he would get bigger. Bigger in a bad way. Or a fatty way, I should say. Legit, like my body just processes shit faster. Clearly, I'm above 50 soaking wet. Like, it's not good to a point. Legitimately, it's hard for some people. I get that. But over serving and like shit like that, people don't tend to know their body. My favorite boss.
But as I was saying, not saying that if anything did happen to that guy last night, CJ's definitely trains their bartenders enough to see that. Because, like, if that would have happened, the cops would have obviously came in here and be like, was he overserved, blah, blah, blah. And then, right, that's what I meant by liability. Other bars, he was trained, he's, you know what I'm saying, all of that. But there is a giant liability in that situation. When you go to a bar, like, you're not just accountable for yourself. And you are, but it's other people that are, like, it's a risk every time you walk into somewhere. It really is.
Absolutely.
Because you're not the only, like, the person that owns that property is the real risk holder.
Let me see that now. The one on top of and then close up. So,
Reptiles. No, I'm just kidding.
the last topic I would say is I only have three.
Whatever.
Okay.
Modern problems. I don't know.
We already did that.
Well, not really.
Well, we didn't really go into much of it. Modern problems or the economy? Like what the world, like what everyday, like non-financial modern problems that everyone goes through? Okay, I mean, I could probably think of some, but I don't know how financially how
do you
distant it's going to be
cosplay?
from value.
What?
Why do you cosplay? In TikTok.
Yeah,
Why
elaborate on that.
What what motivates you to do that, and why are those different kinds of personalities that you're exposing to the world beneficial for you? And what does it do for you?
So I cosplay for a number of reasons, right? Like one, I like the art.
Okay.
Two, cosplay, like it. A lot of people just like say like, "Oh, you're playing dress up or X, Y, Z," and
When you want.
fuck you. And I think it's something much else. Like, I feel like a lot of people will identify with people who are cosplaying. For instance, I'll give you an example. Anime. Both of you can't tell me you haven't identified or felt on a real emotional level with an anime character.
Bro, everyone has that actually watches anime.
That's just the example of
I can
anime.
relate to
Yeah,
You
you relate with at least one
emotionally
character.
related with an anime character.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Sure. It's just like music, though. Like music gets people through dark times. Art is what gets people to find their happiness.
That was just the endorphin, man. So, emotionally relating and physically relating with, for instance, an anime character, right? You feel those emotions 10 times heavier. Honestly, cosplaying as it, getting in the same getup, it makes you feel like you're a part of it. That's my boss. And legitimately, it's, for me at least, especially the people I cosplay as, right? For instance, Stein is a intellectual person that has trouble feeling empathy, and I feel like that's a good part of me, because for me at least, I don't give a shit most of the time. I feel like it's pretty accurate. It's been pretty accurate for this podcast about how other people feel. I tend to look at things at an intellectual or logical response as opposed to an emotional response. But then it cracks. It's either an intellectual or logical response, and then break into some emotion. There's no in between. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
And I feel like that's a good portion of how I feel as an individual.
I can relate to that on an aspect of the empathy.
I feel like I don't cosplay much, but I feel like for some people that are like super insecure about themselves and doing cosplay, it lets them actually relate with other people. It
Yeah.
gives them, they're hiding in their shell, but every single person knows who that character is, knows that character's hardships, and can relate to them. So that just is it's a giant chunk out of the ice that you're trying to break with, your own self. Trying to become, less insecure, but I don't know.
I feel like some people might cosplay for different reasons, for very specific reasons other than others, but somehow everybody can relate with one another. And back to what you were talking about, empathy, right? Like,
Yeah, so like,
after I got out, I realized I'm not very empathetic anymore. I stopped giving a shit what everybody else thinks, feels, wants, needs, desires, and started focusing on what I want, feel, need, or desire. And in certain aspects, there has been challenges that have arose due to that. Like it's really hard for me to understand and feel what other people are talking about, what their problems are, how that can affect them, and what I can do to help.
Especially if it's an unknown subject.
Exactly.
You didn't go
When
for that
I,
separate, yeah.
If I don't, like there's a saying that I like to live by is that my low might be different from your low, but they're still the lowest we've both ever been.
no, that's
Yeah,
completely
100%,
accurate.
1000%.
So like I may not have
My
been
thought
homeless,
process behind it.
but you might have been homeless. But my low is the lowest I've ever felt,
Exactly.
and so those feelings and those things that revolve around it are somewhat the same. And I feel like that this whole, I've been, okay, so in society today, it's a pissing match
It is.
of the
Whose-
hardships.
Whose story is
that-
worse?
Yes, and that is not at all relevant in any aspect, right? And
So-
that's where empathy gets lost.
To clarify, right? So it's I experienced a worse trauma than you, so you don't get to speak.
Yep.
Exactly.
Is that accurate?
In a sense, yeah.
The entitled empathy. That's what I call that.
Entitled empathy? That's actually pretty accurate.
It's a
I didn't think I was
thing.
going to get on such a philosophical adventure with you guys on this.
Well, I mean, I view life, if anyone don't know, I'm a Buddhist, so I view life way differently than a lot of people. It's not a religious way of life. But it's just, dude, it's crazy, man. Like, I feel that same thing, right? Like, I lost a lot of my compassion and empathy whenever I was in and out the military, right? But it goes into the aspects of everyone has different rock bottoms, as he was saying, right? That's the term that everyone knows, right? Is rock bottom. So just mind who you judge, and always keep an open mind, man, because you can't receive anything unless you give, and you can't give or grab something with closed hands, if that makes sense.
Fair. I respect it. That's like
Well, no matter what, bro, you have to give something in this world to receive something. So you have to sacrifice something to receive.
so
I got a good last topic we could talk about.
if we could do our pretty much close out segment, we can go with it.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure
Yeah, you're about done.
I mean, I'm not. It's just like we only have a 2-hour time span here, and we've been here for 3 minutes.
Oh, it's 2 hours. Okay. Yeah, no. Save it for next time, I guess.
Close out thoughts. Who wants to go first?
Or,
Come give a follow
well, I guess, yeah.
to Radiation Baby 95, Candy Cane 1126, Animal Quasar on his TikTok. I think we're gonna try to get him to get a YouTube and all that stuff. Come
Yeah, I'm
hit
working
up
on all that.
CJ's Billiards and Karaoke, man. It's pretty cool,
Pretty lit. You come up to me,
chill place.
say Lou Goblins. That's all you need to say. Free beer. When I say free, I mean I'm paying for it.
So don't. So I want to see 1 million people come here next time they're open and be like, "Looped
Wow.
Goblins."
I
And
think-
John's gonna be like, "Fuck."
I think we had a total of, from what I saw at least on the TikTok, and combined with that is about 47 people.
It's not bad.
Not bad for
Not
day one.
bad.
I'm pretty sure I saw it was about 225, 226 people on the TikTok scroll by. Anyways, CJ's Billiards and Karaoke. one of the best places for Campbell, Kentucky area to go to, bar wise. Absolutely, hands down. I've been to several bars here. These two gentlemen can attest. One of the best places to go. I'm gonna end it with anything you want to say?
Other than go follow these two fuckers. I will be working on my platforms and getting those set up in a way that I'm pleased with it. I'm not going to sit here and set it up and have no content on it, absolutely bare minimum. I'm going to kind of set it up in a way that I want it to be. And when those are up and ready to go, I will definitely let everybody know. And thank you guys for watching. And if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, let us know via DMing or commenting on videos, commenting on live feeds. If you guys have things that you want us to talk about and you feel like we might have some kind of prior knowledge with being able to, communicate with us. We're not here to do it for us. We're more to interact with the community that we're trying to reach out to.
Absolutely.
Come here for me.
At least he's honest. You guys know why I'm here.
He's going to be in a great group soon.
Yeah, you can like, follow, subscribe, YouTube channel, Facebook, Twitch, etc. TikTok as well. Thank you guys. Fuck bitches, get money.